The husband and wife duo, charged with murdering 4 family members for inheritance money, will remain at the Anderson County Detention Center while Circuit Court Judge Heath Taylor decides their bond. On December 15, 2023, deputies with the Anderson County Sheriff's Office, or ACSO, charged Amy and Rossmore Ross Velarde with the quadruple murder of their family on Halloween night 2015. According to investigators, Amy's mother, stepfather, grandmother, and step-grandmother were individually stabbed and shot more than once while watching TV in their double-wide mobile home. Amy, who lived in a single-wide trailer on the same Refuge Road property, called 911 after supposedly finding her mutilated family 3 days after the massacre took place. In the immediate aftermath of calling investigators, Amy took to local television to not only recount the horrors of her discovery, but to criticize law enforcement for a lack of transparency. In the coming months, prosecutors say Amy then remodeled the crime scene and moved her entire family inside, despite the fact that ACSO's investigation was just warming up. Amy went on to sue her aunt and the ACSO for ownership of property belonging to her late family in, quote, excess of $100,000 and, quote, lacking of any evidentiary value to investigators. 5 years of litigation later, the Velardes were awarded a whopping $34,890 from the approximate $80,000 retrieved by investigators from Amy's personal safe. Come this Tuesday, prosecutors with the South Carolina Attorney General's office say that money was actually stolen from a slain victim and used to pay off debts starting the day Amy called 911.
The cash was wrapped, the bills were wrapped and separated in denominations by year. It's a very specific way of organizing the money. And what was significant about that was the way that the victim, Terry Michael Scott, organized the money in his house. During the search warrant of their house, those wrappers were found in their house. Even in a couple of the serial numbers that were on the money that were found in the home of Amy Velarde were serial numbers that had actually been photographed by victim Michael Scott, Terry Michael Scott, not long prior to the murders.
While prosecutors maintain that Amy was the mastermind behind this quadruple murder, Lori Murray argued that investigators lack a smoking gun or so much as any new evidence in their case. She furthermore testified that investigators tried eliciting a confession from Ross in the weeks leading up to their arrest, and that ACSO's one-sentence probable cause affidavit lacks just that.
The state has, in effect, tied our hands in this case without the discovery, without any configuration of what new evidence there is. Our hands are a little bit tied. We also don't get to have a preliminary hearing because they've indicted the case, so we don't get to have the ability to question the probable cause in that manner. I think we're entitled to a preliminary hearing.
As for Ross's private attorney, Sean Kent agrees that ACSO's one-sentence arrest warrant does not justify probable cause and maintains that investigators have come up with nothing more than a hypothesis 8 years without an arrest.
What the state of South Carolina has done after 8 years is come up with a theory. They've come up with a theory in which they intend on utilizing in front of a jury, I'm assuming, or in front of your honor. This is our theory of what happened on the case. The problem with theories and the problem with themes is they have to be based with evidence. You can't simply come to the jury and say, they have money, so since they have money, they must have killed him. The state of South Carolina is using a samesies theory with the Alec Murdaugh case. Samesies, it was over money, this is over Monday, you have to convict. And that's not what they have.
Judge Taylor has since taken Tuesday's hearing under advisement and hopes to rule on the status of Amy and Ross Velarde's bond within the week. For FITSNews.com, I'm Andrew Fancher.